greenhouse is chug-a-lugging like a freight train this morning. It's a little frisky out there. Pretty cold looking. Look, these are baby valerians. Look at all of them. The valerian said that it preferred to be cold stratified. Oh good lord, the ducks. Said that it needed to be cold stratified. However, I never got a chance to cold stratify these and they started coming up. So that's fun. I've got some beautiful pepper plants up here on top of the quail brooders. Tomato plants that are doing all right. So, that's exciting. And then we have these beasts that are getting giant. Hi. Good morning, you guys. It's Bria at Wicked Quail and Pork. I want to apologize. We didn't get a video out last Monday. I've been putting out a video pretty consistently every Monday. Last week was a really long week and it has carried over into this week. But I knew I needed to get a video posted. And I figured I'd just talk to you guys about what's going on. Actually, kind of let you in a little bit on our personal lives. Well, while we're here, I'm gonna plant, we're doing an experiment. I've got a pallet here full of dirt, and the bottom's pretty open, and the ground in the greenhouse is actually pretty, not frozen. It's pretty thawed out. So I'm gonna see if I can plant these French breakfast radishes, in the lines of this pallet. We're trying to do the greenhouse as, like, easy to move, like non-permanent as possible, because we are trying to relocate, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So we've spent a lot of time looking at places. Back this summer, Paul got laid off from his full-time job for a little bit. And we had a couple of we paid our payments to the bank, but they were like past the 15-day mark when we paid them. And it hit my credit pretty good. And it's kind of pushing back on us now where we're trying to relocate and get a loan. And it was just like 2 payments, which totally sucks because, you know, you spend years and years and years paying these banks every, you know, extra cent that you have on time, and you make two like 17-day late payments, and it halts all your progress completely. But so we've been trying to figure out what we can do with the cash that we have saved up, and so on and so forth. And we found 66 acres in Western Maine, and we really like Western Maine. So that was an adventure. But regardless, this place is basically everything we've ever wanted and more. It's our dream home. It's beautiful. It's giant. It's absolutely giant. It's 3,200 square feet. Now, it's technically a camp, and now this is where it gets kind of to the problems that we're having. It's technically a camp, so there's no power, and there's no well, and there's no septic. Now, the camp is ready to go for all of those things. It has a bathroom. It has, it's all wired up electrically. You just gotta plug something into it. It's like, it's ready to be a home. It just needs the big expensive stuff. And there's also some structure things that were built wrong on it originally, that need to be fixed before something bad happens. So it's gonna take a good 10 to 15 grand just to get it functional. So that's the dilemma. Trying to decide, you know, we're gonna have to run everything off of solar. which is a pretty penny right there. However, you can get grants and rebates and whatnot on solar panels. So that's not the end of the world. And we'd like to do solar if we can anyways, because it's more independent. It's more, costs less money after you get them up. So we're not against solar. It's also very hilly, and it's hard to see right now because, like I said, there's probably at least 4 feet of snow out there in that area still. So it's still really hard to see what's going on with the land. Now the pigs don't care where we put them. Pigs are pretty cool wherever they go. Our dilemma is the vegetables, and I can always lease out fields for summertime CSAs. That's not an issue. We just have to find a place to put the greenhouse for year-round growing for ourselves. So there's some things that are gonna cause some issues, cause some extra money. It's probably gonna take us a good portion of the summer, if not the entire rest of the year, to get it where we want to live in it year-round. Because we would go stay in it, you know, on weekends or whatever. Right now, it's not. We're used to off-grid camps like that. That's not an issue. But year-round functional living with babies, it is an issue. So the decision now is, do we go spend a lot of money getting it functional and have some slight issues with the gardening, or do we wait and basically make no progress at all because the market here is insane right now and houses are not going for cheap at all, and just sit where we are and make no progress and not work on a house at all, and potentially get stuck buying a house that's cheap, that we don't even like, but it's a place to live. These questions, you know, and they're bothering me so greatly, as far as they've got my brain spinning all day long, thinking about them and thinking about what to do and how we should go about it, yada yada yada. It's very troubling to me right now emotionally to deal with this, and I'm hoping you guys can just tell me to calm down, first of all. And then, like, you know when you get, like, in those positions where you know that it's your choice solely and that nobody else can make that choice for you, but you want somebody else to make that choice for you. You want somebody to tell you if you should do it or if you shouldn't do it or what you should do, how you should do it, because you just don't mentally want to make the decision yourself, because it's a hard one. That's where I'm at right now. I'm like, somebody tell me what to do. So feel free to tell me what to do in the comments. So that's what's going on with us right now, and that's why there's no video out last week. We're just we're dealing with some stuff, some big decisions. It's also, you know, trying to move outside of our customer base already will be a little rough, but I think I can manage that. That's not like a major concern to me. So yeah, it's been a little stressful around here, and I know there's people out there that have way worse problems than me right now, trying to decide whether to buy a house or not. But it feels like a big problem, you know? In my heart, it feels like a big problem. It feels like, you know, it's a big decision, and you want to make the right decision. And yeah, so it's troubling, and I was busy dealing with that stuff, talking to the town about zoning issues and whatnot like that. And we haven't made a decision yet. We've chatted with the landowner a couple times about a couple of different options. So we're trying to take it slow and make sure that this is the right choice. But it's so hard when something just grabs you and pulls you in like that house did to both of us, and kind of makes you forget about every other problem you have. You know, standing there looking out the window, we can see the mountains. We have a lot of mountains in western Maine, and we can see the mountains from the view of where the house sits, and it's beautiful, and it's right out the living room window. And you know, every issue we've ever had just kind of seemed to disappear while we were standing there. And that said a lot. You know, it brought a lot of peace and hopefulness to both of us, and that's something that's hard to just be like, you know what, it's not the right place for us, and walk away. So we are very heavily considering that piece and that camp, and we'll keep you guys updated on that, and if we do end up buying it, that will make for some really cool videos, at least. So the radishes are planted. Yay me. I'm so behind on planting in this greenhouse. I've got a whole bunch of like kale and choy and chard plants over there that need to be transplanted. But I just wanted to chat with you guys about that. And I'm going to finish off this video with some video footage of the camp that I took while we were there. So enjoy that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And thank you for hanging out with me today and stopping in, even though I didn't post anything last week because I'm a slacker and I'm an emotional train wreck. So I hope you guys have a great work week. It is Monday, so good luck to you all that have to work those 9 to 5 Monday through Friday jobs. I hope it goes well for you, and we'll talk soon, okay? I promise a video next Monday.